We are here at the U.S.-Brazil BPO Summit, and we have John McCarthy, Vice President and Principal Analyst of Forrester Research, and he just participated in the panel. How are you doing, John?
Great, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. We would like to learn from you what you believe are the Brazilian companies' challenges going forward to play the ID-PBO scene in the global arena.
Yeah, I think that the biggest challenge is they've got to put together the sales and marketing and kind of management commitment to really build a brand outside of Brazil. I think there's some great core skills in Brazil in terms of the breadth of technologies and some of the industry skills, but they haven't consistently taken that message outside, north of the Amazon, basically, and really built the sales and marketing presence in the United States with that management commitment to compete with the Indians for sure, but also the other geographies, Mexico, China, the Philippines.
And besides India, what would be the other country destination you would benchmark that Brazil could look at?
I think that, you got to look at, in terms of size, the next biggest after India is the Philippines, but that's mostly call center work. But I think, the challenge is how do you differentiate yourself from a whole band of, there are probably 10 countries that are all roughly the same size. And, how do you differentiate that? I think the opportunity's there because of the depth of skills and the both technical and industry. But I think, the strength of Brazil is its greatest weakness. That rich local market, which gives you that skills, means that people don't want to focus on the export business. And until you do that, it's not going to happen unless the multinationals drive it.
Yeah, we just recently learned at some of the Gartner events that if we really wanted to become a global player, we had to actually establish a global footprint. How do you see that?
I think more and more clients are looking for someplace, Brazil plus one more. If there's a problem, where can I take the work as a backup strategy? So I think, either another nearshore location, a center in India as a backup. That's more what clients are looking for in the near term. I think longer term, the global clients will be looking for more of a full global footprint. And certainly that means a major Americas presence, a major, kind of India presence, and then some other Asian presence probably, or maybe Central Europe.
Yeah, because we have also learned that low cost in-country, low cost onshore is going to be a key factor going forward.
I think key factor is a little bit of an overstatement. I think it's going to be a great political chit that companies are going to play. I think that when you look at the cost of doing these rural centers in Middle America, that the cost differential from a nearshore strategy is almost the same. It boils down to a scale and a skill set issue. So that's kind of a new competitive dynamic. People are going to say, well, why do I need to go to, Sao Paulo when I can go to North Dakota and have even less travel time and even less English issues?
And just to finalize, would you say that, like Brazilian companies having to establish a global footprint and be able to scale, it would be wise for them to look for partnerships and joint ventures with the Indian companies?
Potentially. I think the challenge is the big Indians are going to do it on their own, and once you get past the top 5 Indians, you get some very spotty, poorly run companies. I think the bigger issue before the Brazilian companies go charging off after new delivery locations, you've got to build the front end sales and marketing capability over the next 2 to 3 years before you're going to need to build an alternative geography story.
All right. Thank you very much, John.
Thanks very much.